Good afternoon, and welcome to Gonna Do from Block 5 with me, your host SJ. I hope this podcast finds you all very well. First things first, as always, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. Very much appreciated. If you're listening to the pod on Apple or Spotify, please follow, leave a 5-star review, 5-star rating. Every little helps, and it all helps the podcast get out to more people, further reach, so more people can listen to this sensational content. Thank you very much. Before I get into our match preview against Villarreal, our next fixture at the Emirates on Wednesday, it seems like there was a number of rumblings that come out from the fan base following our North London defeat to Tottenham in Hong Kong. I see people questioning Mikel Arteta. Is he the man to lead us into the next season? Is he able to change his tactics? um, the lack of productivity down our left side. Is he able to change that? The team transition, is he able to adapt? Uh, I mean, where I do agree with some of those points, I think it's just key to understand that it's still pre-season and we've got a number of new players that will come in, and some of the players are down the spine of the team. The spine's like the most important part of the team. If the spine's not well and not functioning, you're not going to win stuff as a team. We've got a new striker, Gyokeres. He's only been through the door for 5 minutes, so he hasn't had time to adapt to the club. Zubimendi and Norgard, we're still rotating those, getting used to their game, and they're still getting used to our game, how we play. Um, so yeah, it may look the same as last year because on the whole, we've been playing with mainly the same players as last year. So I don't think you're going to be able to coach something completely different out of them so quick. It may be that we are working on stuff in training and we're trying to do new stuff. Like I said last game, it looked like we were doing a quite heavy focus on long balls in the first half. That was something new for me. It's not something that I'm used to seeing us do on a regular basis in a game so consistently. So yeah, I just think, yeah, I don't speak for the fan base, I don't speak for myself, but I like to think that now we're home, on our home patch, that we might play a bit different. I'm expecting better performances from the players, more familiar surroundings, better weather temperature. So yeah, I do get where people are coming. For me, like I say, I think Arteta is doing a good job. There is pressure, of course. You can't spend that amount of money and make wholesale change with players and not expect it to be pressure. Having come close in the previous 3 seasons, we're so close. We just need to get over the line, and the club have backed him handsomely. We're not even sure if the chances are finished yet. There's talks of Eze coming in, like we've always said. Um, so yeah, I do think we will see a change. Well, I'm hopeful we'll see a change in this coming season. But yeah, I think we should just exercise a bit of patience and see how we go. Like I said, it's just pre-season. I won't get too hung up on it. Obviously, the performances are important, and if you're seeing the same stuff over and over again, you're going to be angry about it, thinking that we're not changing anything. But let's just wait. Let's just wait. So yeah, our first opponent on home soil in pre-season, Villarreal. Um, Historically, a very good team in the noughties. That's the 2000s. Some people who don't understand that reference. We've had some players from Arsenal that have also played for Villarreal in the past. Santi Cazorla, midfield maestro. Francis Perlo, aka Francis Coquelin. Robert Perez, one of the Invincibles. And of more recent, Nicolas Pepe. Also, if stories are to be believed, David Ornstein reported that our previous midfielder, Thomas Partey, is set to join Villarreal on a 2-year deal. And we'll see how that goes, but he's no longer our player. Yeah, Nicolas Pepe still actually plays there. I actually like Nicolas Pepe as a player. I was sad to see him go. I know that the fan base didn't really warm to him because the price tag that he was bought for, the G's and A's weren't to their standards, and his body language in games, the sleeves over his hands, just didn't really resonate with the fans, which is fair enough. But I just got like I got an affinity and association with left footers, and seeing Pepe go down the wing, cut inside, and whip a ball in top corner, was always something I like to see. I mean, that one at West Ham is one I remember familiar, like very familiar with that one. That was one of my favourite ones of his goals. And also the two free kicks in the Europa League. I think it was against Victoria Pleasant. Yeah, I mean, we don't have too many people score free kicks for us. Obviously, we had Declan Rice last season, but yeah, I like Pepe. He was my guy. You know, I got him in the back of one of my shirts. Um, so yeah, I actually really liked him. Memorable games. We had quite a few memorable games with Villarreal. Obviously, the first one was in the Champions League semi-final in '06, the year we made it to the final. After a 1-0 home leg win, courtesy of Colo Torre, we went to their gaff and put in a very solid back to the walls performance, which even resulted in a 90th minute penalty save by Jens Lehmann. I mean, at the time they had very good players, especially Juan Riquelme, very, very top player. But we were able to keep them out. Marcus Senna's already also had. We managed to keep them out. And with that penalty save in the last minute, I'm not sure about you, but I definitely believed that it was going to be our year. But we know how the final went. It just wasn't our year, but it was a good run, a very good game. More recent in the European competitions, we played them in the Europa League semi-final and under Mikel Arteta in his first couple of seasons. We all remember that for false nine, Emil Smith Rowe. Didn't go down well. I mean, to be fair, Mikel Arteta's defence, we did have injuries and doubts with our two strikers, Lacazette and Aubameyang. We still had Eddie Nketiah on the bench, but Eddie Nketiah wasn't really trusted by Arteta then or now, which is why he's gone out the club. I would say the false nine experiment with Smith Rowe at their place didn't work. And it was we lost 2-1 the first leg actually, 2-0 down. Pepe put one back for a penalty. And when we came back to the Emirates, we drew 0-0, which was I mean, I can't remember. I don't remember if I was there. I can't remember. I must have been there. But it was a very poor performance. I think we only had one shot on target. Yeah, it was a very, very dire performance from the team. Not what we expected in the semi-final with the home crowd behind you. We thought 2-1, we'll bring them back to the Emirates and we'll smoke them. But it wasn't meant to be. And so they went on to play Man United in the final and beat them. Again, it's another trophy we probably could have won had we just got over that final hurdle. Um, in terms of the game coming up on Wednesday, what I would like to see, I mean, first and foremost, I just want to talk about Big Gabby. A bit worrying now that he's not played any preseason games to date. So I'm hoping that even if it's 5, 10 minutes, that he gets some time in this game and the Bilbao game because yeah, it's just what Arteta said previously was a small thing and to be back in training and getting back in games hasn't really transpired that way. So hopefully he's had no setbacks. Obviously, you don't want to rush him because the hamstring is notoriously an injury that can reoccur. I mean, look at Reece James. He just finally got over his hamstring issues. We've had Thomas Partey previously have hamstring issues. Saka, Havertz, yeah, the list goes on with us. Um, I'd actually like the starting 11 that we predict for Man United to actually start this game and the Bilbao game, just to get them all familiar with each other. Like I said, we've got new players in there, Zubimendi and Gyokeres, so I expect them to be in the starting 11 against Villarreal. Victor Gyokeres mainly so. He only got 15 minutes against Tottenham, caught a bit of flack online. Don't know why. It's a bit weird behaviour from other fans. It's not our fans, other fans, but you expect that to be honest. That tribal rivalry. Um, and just with Gyökeres, I'm thinking our approach. I mean, I don't think we have to change our approach completely to tailor to him, but the way we do play currently may not suit his play because he likes to run in behind. He likes the ball quickly at his feet so he can catch defenders when they're not set and dribble and use his pace, which he does actually have. I think does have actually have pace in his locker, which might surprise quite a few defenders in the Premier League this season. Um, so yeah, I mean, the approach again ties back to what was the grumblings from some fans, like I mentioned at the start. So hopefully we've been working with Gyokeres in training, and he sat down with the manager and told him what he likes. But I mean, that's obviously what we've seen when we scouted him. So I expect the coaches to implement that in our game to bring the best out of each Gyokeres. Um, with the subs, as another point from previous games that many have brought up as well. If we do start with our starting 11, you'd like to see subs made at a reasonable time. I think Odegaard, Saliba, these lot all played 90 minutes on the last game. I do understand they're trying to get up to full fitness for the season ahead, but I think at their level they are professional. I don't think it's hard for them to get their fitness back, and it's not really 90 minutes required, and they'll probably get that. They'll get it back quick enough with the 3-day again schedule that we have coming up this season. Um, so yeah, I mean, one more thing I'd like to see is Madueke. Obviously, the reports are that he's cut back his holiday by a week to come back and train with the team. So if he's available, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some minutes from him, preferably on the left. The more I think about it, I mean, for everyone, it was an underwhelming signing, and most people, including myself, would say we should use that money to actually get Eze first, then get Madueke, because it wasn't like there's a lot of clubs in for Madueke. But just looking at his comp, he's a player that has the ability to beat a defender off the dribble. So if he can do that on the left hand side, open that pitch up for us, be a touchline left winger that we need, leave him isolated out there. The same way we do for Gabby, but big Gabby, Martinelli, Gabby. He kind of lost his way. Seems to be out of form, lost a bit of confidence. If Madueke is able to come playing at left, open the pitch up for us and beat the fullback, we could have something this season. So I mean, yeah, keep an eye on that. Um, so yeah, I mean that's just a quick preview for the game. Hopefully, touch wood, no injuries. I haven't seen the update on Trossard. Hopefully, he's back in the squad as well. I mean, we're trying to get rid of him. Not rid of him. We're trying to sell him to raise funds to help aid the purchase of Eberechi Eze. So hopefully he's fine and is back in the team. Timber, I've said previously, we don't want to rush him, but if he's available and the coaching staff and the medical staff say he's fine to play, then yeah, I mean, give him some minutes. We still have Ben White, if anything. We don't want to burn out Ben White as well. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he came off against Tottenham, but we don't want to burn out Ben White, even though he's coming back from a long layoff and came back last season. If Timber's going to take a while to come back, you don't want to burn out Ben White too soon. Although I don't think he's playing for England anytime soon anyway, so he'll get a break during the international break. So, I'll be back after the game with a match review. Until then, hope you all stay well. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leave a 5-star review, 5-star rating. And until next time, all the best.